Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm King Boss, your host for today's show. So today I'm actually doing something a little different. I'm going to start showing you guys some of the hardest cars to drift tune and or drift on Forza 6. I have a few cars in mind to show you. A few of them are in the Mitsubishi section. There's one in the Plymouth. Definitely in the Plymouth Prowler. That one's a really tough car to drift tune and drift in general. Um, I was struggling in online rooms with it. It is a challenge. There's a whole lot of cars that we could look at. We have well, it's not really hard, but I probably would like to show it off anyways. You can't even get them anywhere anymore. It's the 1966 Nissan Silvia. Um, it's a challenge too in itself. But today we are looking at the 2000 Mitsubishi Lancer. This thing has only 532 horsepower max. Another thing that's wrong with this car is it has a broken turbo. Um, for some reason, they never fixed the turbo on this car. I'm going to show you that, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, right off the bat, there is another engine you can use. I'm using the stock engine. You do have the option to go in with the 1.6 liter inline four. You will get more torque, but you will have less horsepower. When you fully upgrade it, it's only like 497 horsepower with 500 and something pounds of torque. This one's got 532 horsepower, 476 pounds of torque. You already have a turbo. You can't put like a twin turbo or anything. You either have all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive as an option. I wanted to show you guys, like everything on this car is race. But this single turbo here, stock turbo, alright, look at the power and the torque. Alright, when I put these on here, you see what it says, power plus 0 horsepower. For the sport and the race, it's broken. It adds weight, but doesn't give you any more power. It just changes your class number to a lower number, and it's got the same power. So it's broken. I'm thinking like it could probably give me like 661 horsepower or something like that, some high number. But no, it decided to say no, the game's broken. But everything else is race all the way down the list. Just give me my 532 horsepower. So this is why this car classifies as one of the hardest cars to drift tune, just for it being all-wheel drive and only 532 horsepower. Like I said, everything's race except here. These are stock anti-roll bars for the front and rear. No roll cage. Don't need to be adding more weight just because of the broken turbos. All right. Like I said, everything, all race, all the way through. I mean, you guys can test this car out yourself and see that the turbo is broken. Stock tires, just to keep it as slippery as possible. Stock front tire width, stock rear tire width. The rims are cyclones. They're as light as my TC 105N, so that's just one of them. As you can see, no weight change. Rims are stock just to, like I said, save as much weight as possible to work with. Body kits, though, I do have body kit on here. I have the Charge. Right, there is other options. The whole reason why I went with this one was because it was lower to the ground. I left the stock spoiler. It just looks good. You got this big beefy one you can put on there. You can put the regular adjustable one on there. Or you could just have none at all. I mean, yeah, it could have saved weight, but nobody's going to use it if it doesn't have a spoiler on it. Street bumper. Stock was just black, and this just gives it more color around the vehicle. So that's why I went with it. This same thing, I went with it just because it has a hole in it. Yep, that's right. I like it because it has a hole in it. None of these else have a hole in it, but this one does, so I picked it. This one still has holes in it, lots of them, but these holes look better. Yes, they do. So let's get right into the tune and what I've done to this thing to get it to drift. It's an okay, good drifter. It gets it drifts in second gear mainly. It doesn't have really the power to go higher than second gear, but it does drift. You guys can write down these numbers if you need to, pause it, whatever. But yeah, I got this thing hardcore to the rear just so it can just, kick sideways. For what it's got. No anti-roll bars, like I said. Springs are on the stiff side, 955, 936. These point ones at the ends, if you need to, you can always go all the way up the stiff or all the way down the soft to try to get the closest number to 0 as possible. It doesn't have to be exact. It can be 955.6. It's really not going to bother anything. As long as it's 955 and 936, who cares about the point numbers? Okay, low as you can go. Dampening, you've seen my videos before. This thing is perfect. 7, 9, 6, 8. I came up with it one night just goofing off, and it works. No downforce. Braking to the front with 130% pressure. And then my differential is 86, 56, 97, 97. I have more of the power going to the 63% to, the rear. Like I said, not enough power to really do much. So that's what I came up with. We're going to take it on Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You could take it on, I do want to show you guys, I do have the tune here. It's right here. It's got 3,742 downloads, 149 likes, been used 2,434 times. Easy beginner to pro all-wheel drive drift setup, King tuned. So it is up there for you guys. We're going to test drive it. I wouldn't take it to like Bernie's Alps. It just doesn't have the power to just constantly drift. It does and it doesn't. It has its good days and its bad days. We are going to take it to like Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's open. We could take it there. We could probably just take it to Lime Rock. I think it'll probably do better on Lime Rock than on Indianapolis just because just the power. It's great on short tracks. Long tracks like Bernie's Alps, it will struggle. But it does get the job done. Here we go. Here's a nice look over. It already looks almost dirty at the bottom, but it's not. It is kind of slow at first. First gear goes really high, and so does second. Like I said, it's a challenge. You gotta really work with it. But if you like this car and like if you have one in real life, you're gonna do whatever you can to get it to go sideways. So, and I've always loved the Mitsubishis. I always thought about getting one myself. They're sweet vehicles. And they're easy to tune. They're a tuner's dream. Like I said, second gear is pretty much all you use on this car. Here's the interior view. It's pretty inside. I really like it. I love the red. It's a very pretty car all the way around. Gotta really drag it out. I use my e-brake a lot with this car just to keep it going. You just like scoot it from side to side, just trying to get as many points as possible. I mean, it is a challenge. But, you know, if you can get first place with it in an online room, you know, you're doing pretty good. And you can really feel like a sense of accomplishment when you do it, just because of just how difficult and a challenge it is to just keep it going. I don't expect like high numbers, but I mean, I am expecting high numbers, let's face it. 27, 27.9. So not quite a 30. I know that's usually what you want, but if you're consistent with it, you might have a chance of winning, like a, you know, get into the high podium, like first, second, third, depending on what type of room you're in when you're playing online with other people. Other than that, I just wanted to show you this car with the broken turbo. I am doing this little mini series. I'm going to do a few other cars. But I just wanted to show you guys the tune on these, you know, so it doesn't, you know, inhibit you from trying my tune, or tuning it yourself. You can see if you can make it better. But I mean, I did all the hard work for you, to the most point. But yeah, you definitely, you know, check it out and see if the turbo's broken for you. It may be not. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So that's why I'm showing you guys these. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to seeing more in the future. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Peace out. I'm King Posh.